Students, in this lecture we will be studying about formulation of toothpaste for bleeding gums, sensitive teeth and for teeth whitening. Myself Dr. Prabjot Singh, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmaceutics, Chaudhary Devilal College of Pharmacy, Haryana, India. So gingivitis teeth are attached to the basal bone of the jaw through the periodontal tissues and are surrounded by gingival tissues. In health, the gingival tissues are firm and the gingival crevices are relatively shallow. However, the gingival and periodontal tissues are susceptible to a variety of inflammatory diseases, generally classified as periodontal diseases. The most common of these gingivitis and periodontitis. Gingivitis is a reversible inflammation of the gums that is not accompanied by irreversible destruction of periodontal support tissue. So basically students, what happen due to plaque formation, the inflammation of gums takes place, which is known as gingivitis. And if the problem increases very much and it causes loosening of teeth or falling of teeth, then it is known as periodontal disease. Gingivitis is associated with increased dental plaque accumulation or high population of gram-negative anaerobic bacteria in the plaque and is characterized by inflamed and easily bleeding gums. So students, होता क्या है कि जो gums हैं, as you can see in the picture, they start bleeding. So how can we prevent this? Gingivitis prevention has focused on mechanical and chemotherapeutic measures that reduce plaque mass and inhibit the emergence of more pathogenic microbial species. तो दो इसके वे हैं, एक तो मैकेनिकल, उसका मतलब होता है कि ब्रशिंग एंड फ्लोसिंग। तो जितना ज़्यादा हम अच्छी तरह ब्रश करेंगे, फ्लोसिंग करेंगे, उतने ज़्यादा प्लेक रिमूवल होएगा और जो पैथोजेनिक बैक्टीरिया हैं वो ग्रो नहीं कर पाएंगे। दूसरा है यूज़ ऑफ सम chemotherapeutic agents such as antimicrobial agents. So these substances, they have activity, therapeutic active by killing and inhibiting the growth and metabolism of plaque bacteria. तो ये जो इनको बैक्टीरिया वो डायरेक्टली किल कर देता है, तो ये एंटी माइक्रोबियल एजेंट्स होते हैं. So now we will see what are the various agents that are available. Agents that have been clinically demonstrated to reduce gingivitis include chlorhexidine is a disinfectant and antiseptic, a fixed ratio of essential oils thymol, menthol, methyl salicylate and ecliptol, triclosan, stannous fluoride. Stannous fluoride converts the calcium mineral apatite into fluoropatite, which makes tooth enamel more resistant to bacteria generated acid attacks. Next is the cetyl pyridinium chloride. It is also having antiseptic property. So next is triclosan. It is abbreviated as TCS, is an antibacterial and antifungal agent. Triclosan is most widely used of the small number of antimicrobials that can be delivered from standard toothpaste. Triclosan was allowed by US FDA for use in an approved new drug application, although it has been used overseas in combination with or without zinc. The variation as marked in United States also contain fluoride and PVM-MA copolymer to enhance the activity of the formulation. PVM-MA copolymer is a binder found in hairspray that does a great job of making triclosan stick to your oral tissue longer. तो स्टूडेंट्स है क्या कि जो ट्रिक्लोसान है इसकी एंटी बैक्टीरियल प्रॉपर्टी होती है और जब ये टीथ के ऊपर यूज़ करा जाता है इन कम्बिनेशन विद सम PVM-MA कोपॉलीमर, तो ये क्या करता है, ये स्टिक कर जाता है हमारे टिश्यू के साथ और एंटी जो इसकी बैक्टीरियल प्रॉपर्टी होती है उसको एक लंबे समय तक मेंटेन करता है. इन दिस लेबल यू कैन सी द एक्टिव इंग्रेडिएंट सोडियम फ्लोराइड 0.24% एंड ट्रिक्लोसान 0.3%. So uses aids in the prevention of cavities, plaques and gingivitis. तो ये एक टूथपेस्ट का लेबल है, इसमें दिखाया हुआ है यहाँ पर. So So next is dental hypersensitivity. In healthy teeth, the dentin of the crown and tooth root is generally covered completely by enamel or gum tissue. However, when dentin is exposed by enamel decay or fracture or gingival recession that exposes the tooth root, it becomes susceptible to variety of problem. तो जो nerves endings होती हैं वो हमारी expose हो जाती हैं, जिसके कारण हमें कोई भी ठंडी चीज़ खाते हैं, स्वीट चीज़ खाते हैं, तो वो हमें सेंसिटिविटी की प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है और हमें वो दर्द करती है। तो उससे बचने के लिए कुछ एजेंट्स यूज़ होते हैं। द एजेंट्स, these are the variety of currently available professional and self-applied treatment for dentinal hypersensitivity. The OTC products are dentrifices, which provide agents that either promote blockage of open dentinal tubule, example strontium chloride or stannous fluoride, and the second one are the that reduce the sensitivity of pulpal nerves by depolarizing the nerve membranes, example potassium nitrate, potassium chloride or potassium citrate. So these agents are used in sensitivity टूथपेस्ट और टूथपेस्ट फॉर सेंसिटिव टीथ। तो उनके अंदर फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे यहाँ पर सेंसोडाइन दिखाया गया है, सो इट कंटेन सम एजेंट सच एज पोटाशियम नाइट्रेट। पोटाशियम नाइट्रेट 5% is a relatively new desensitizing agent, 5% of which has now become the widely accepted standard for application in toothpaste formulation containing fluoride. Potassium nitrate exhibits a salty taste but otherwise is easily formulated and is compatible with fluoride. It has essentially replaced strontium chloride for this application in the United States. Next is the teeth whitening. So to enhance the color of the teeth, bleaches are used. The most common are oxidizing agents such as hydrogen peroxide, carbamide peroxide, and urea peroxide. In order to deliver either of this material in an active form, great care must be given to the choice of other formulation ingredients and in the case of hydrogen peroxide in the manufacturing process. So basically, as you can see in the picture, there is teeth before treatment, after treatment. So these are the formulations which are used to enhance the color of the teeth. So now we will see the other ingredients so that are common to all toothpastes. Number one is the abrasives. Abrasives used in dentifrice is the workhorse of the formulation which regard to cleaning the surface of the teeth. The abrasivity of a toothpaste should be compromised between ability to clean the surface and the necessity to avoid damage to the tooth surface. तो खुरदरापन जो टूथपेस्ट के अंदर होता है एब्रेसिव्स के कारण, वो इतना होना चाहिए कि इनेमल को ख़राब भी ना करे और उसको प्लेक से रिमूव भी कर दे। इसके कुछ एग्जांपल हैं। एग्जांपल हाइड्रेटेड सिलिका, कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट, डाइकैल्शियम फॉस्फेट डाइहाइड्रेट, tricalcium phosphate, alumina or aluminium hydroxide. So dicalcium phosphate dihydrate is the most commonly used in dentifrices, and another hydrated silica gel is also a common used abrasive. Then second are detergents. Tooth cleaning is partially a detersive process and almost all toothpaste incorporate a surface active agent. Example sodium lauryl sulfate. This is the most widely used detergent. Various grades are available and particular attention should be paid to purity and taste which are influenced by the unsulfated alcohol content. तो कितना प्योर ये है SLS उसके हिसाब से इसका टेस्ट होता है। Next is the sodium lauryl sarcosinate. This is also been used and a patent claims that it has anti-enzyme properties. And although not in wide use, some other anionic detergent such as sodium lauryl sulfoacetate, sodium methyl cocaine taurate have found limited usage in toothpaste. Water is also an active content of the toothpaste. In order to form a semi-solid toothpaste, a liquid must be added to the solid abrasive and surfactants. Water is included in most toothpaste intentionally due to its low cost, and indirectly in other ingredients. Some humectants contain 30% water. High purity, usually deionized or distilled water is added directly, keeping the overall water level low enough so as not to allow microbial growth is important. तो प्योर वाटर यूज़ करना चाहिए और बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं यूज़ करना चाहिए क्योंकि माइक्रोब्स की ग्रोथ हो सकती है. Humectants, these are incorporated to prevent drying of the formulation. जैसे अगर टूथपेस्ट कोई खुली रह जाए कैप उसकी ना हम रिप्लेस करें. So commonly used humectants are glycerin. Glycerin was the only humectant used 55 years ago in the form of a 50% aqueous solution of glycerin. This was the perfect humectant in the sense that it is stable and non-toxic and some solubilizing properties and contribute some sweetness. तो इसमें कुछ मीठा भी होता है, स्वीटनेस होती है, इसलिए इसको यूज़ करा जाता है. इसके अलावा सोर्बिटोल एंड हाइड्रोजनेटेड स्टार्च हाइड्रोलाइसेट्स they have replaced glycerin. Nowadays sorbitol syrup 70% has been found useful since it has some properties similar to those of glycerin. Propylene glycol, it is also used as component of humectant system, but it has a drawback that it has a bitter taste. Polyethylene glycol or PG is one of the dual function materials that can be used in the toothpaste. So PG can also be used to impart thickness to the formulation and also as a humectant. Next are the thickening agents. They are a thickening or gelling agent is necessary in order to maintain the stability of a high solid suspension. The thickening agent also modifies the dispersibility, foam character and mouthfeel. Thickening agent used in toothpaste can be natural or synthetic gums that thicken when hydrated, or inorganic materials such as hydrated silica or magnesium aluminum silicate. तो मेन फंक्शन इज टू प्रोवाइड द थिकनेस. ऐसा ना हो कि टूथपेस्ट आपकी लिक्विड फॉर्म में आ जाए, तो इसलिए थिकनिंग एजेंट्स को यूज़ करा जाता है. एग्जाम्पल आर ट्रैकाकैंथ गम. इट वॉज वाइडली यूज सम टाइम अगो बट नाउ इट इज़ रेयरली यूज्ड. It is from a natural origin. Carrageenan, it is a gum derived from seaweed, Chondrus crispus or Irish moss. Though very commonly used 20 years ago, they have been largely replaced by cellulose derivatives. So next is cellulose gum or sodium carboxymethyl cellulose is prepared by the most action of sodium chloroacetate on alkali cellulose. Cellulose gum is the most commonly used gum for toothpaste. Carbomer is available in various grades that has been used in toothpaste as a thickening agent. So carbomers are the acrylic acid polymers. They can be used to make transparent toothpaste. Example is Carbopol 940, 974. Various other grades are also available. Next is a flavor. Flavor is also very important. The perceived flavor of toothpaste is one of the most important characteristics influencing consumer acceptance. Consumer expect a fresh, clean mouth after brushing. Flavor also plays a large role in delivering fresh breath either by masking or modifying the perception of malodors. Some examples are oils such as spearmint, peppermint, wintergreen. Menthol is sometimes also added as a cooling material to increase the cooling effect. Flavor can be modified with clove, eucalyptus, aniseed, cinnamon and so forth. Other flavor modifiers such as woody, herbal, medicinal and floral notes are used in different countries and some are quite successful. So various type of flavors depending upon the customers are available. Next are the sweeteners. Most flavor oils are inherently bitter, as are some other toothpaste ingredients. This leads to a requirement of an added sweetener. Even though most humectants are somewhat sweet, most final toothpaste formulation are not very palatable without an added high intensity sweetener. तो इनको टेस्ट अच्छा ना होने के कारण, स्वाद अच्छा ना होगा तो ये नहीं यूज़ कर सकते टूथपेस्ट, इसलिए इसके अंदर स्वीटनर डाला जाता है. So since sugar should not be used due to their carcinogenic nature, producing or promoting the development of tooth decay. तो दांत खराब करते हैं शुगर, इसलिए शुगर्स नहीं यूज़ करे जाते. Artificial sweeteners are employed. Examples are saccharin and potassium acesulfame. So saccharin is a sweetener of choice due to its high solubility, and another is potassium acesulfame. So it is more expensive, so it is less used. Preservatives. The use of preservatives rare today primarily as a result of safety concern. Sodium benzoate was previously used, but now it is less used. Potassium sorbate and parabens are also limitedly used. Some flavor components themselves exhibit antibacterial activity as do some of the active ingredients now use. So कुछ कंपोनेंट की पहले ही अपनी एंटीबैक्टीरियल एक्टिविटी होती है, जैसे क्लोरीहेक्सिडिन हो गया, ट्रिक्लोसान हो गया, तो इसलिए प्रिजर्वेटिव्स की यूसेज कम है आज के टाइम में. Colorants are also used to mask and off color from the base formulation either initially or upon storage. So the only the approved colors are used that are approved by Food or Drug Additive Regulations such as US FDA, FD and C Food, Drug and Cosmetic Dyes, and D and C Drug and Cosmetic approved dyes and lakes are only the few allowable natural colorants. Titanium dioxide is also a opacifier that is widely used in hydrated silica based toothpaste. So these are all the colorants that are used. So now we can see there are two formulas available, one for clear gel hydrated silica toothpaste and another one is opaque dicalcium phosphate dihydrate toothpaste. So clear gel means it is a transparent and this is an opaque. So basic ingredients are cellulose gum, glycerine as a humectant, PEG, humectant and thickener, sorbitol sweetener, hydrated silica as abrasive, hydrated silica as thickener in one toothpaste, and dicalcium phosphate dihydrate as abrasive in another toothpaste. Flavor sodium saccharin is added as a flavoring and sweetener. Sodium monofluorophosphate is for providing the fluoride. Sodium lauryl sulfate as a detergent, and FD and C blue number 1 it is a color, and water QS to make 100%. So this is a formula. So this is all about the formulation of anti-gingivitic for teeth whitening and teeth sensitivity. Thank you.